All right, guys, I'm going to run through the 6 bosses that we have in the classic mode, and and then you only have to do 1 round of completion in classic mode before you can do the elder difficulty. So let's just focus right now on the 6 bosses. So first one is a Gwenpool that you just have to make sure after she throws a special that you knock her down within 7 seconds, or else you are going to die, because there's supposed to be after 7 seconds after her throwing a special there is imminent death unless you knock her down. That's the main thing, nothing else too crazy for Gwenpool. So let's just while we're watching the rest of this fight, I'm just going to go through the change in the side quest for the month as of right now. So instead of, we've been having event quest where you have to do all the different difficulties, and then we had the option to do like Valiant Gauntlet right away. So before we had to do 100% completion, and then we could do the Valiant Gauntlet, then we just got straight up access to the Valiant Gauntlet. Now you have to do 1 round of completion. You don't have to explore classic mode. You should be able to get all the rewards from classic mode exploration by completing the elder difficulty as a whole. And elder difficulty, I haven't done the entire thing yet, but from the look of chapter 1, it is going to be a crucible style gauntlet. I don't know how intense it's going to get with the last chapters. I've done chapter 1 so far. All right, before we continue talking about that, we have Hurt Locker and Caustic Temper. You really need someone with Fury. I wasn't really, I kind of was running through this a little too fast and didn't realize that Caustic Temper node. So my Hulk gets passive Furies, but and so I'm still able to get this one down, but just be aware that you really want someone with those Furies there in order to make sure that you are getting enough damage in and not just dealing with the reduced damage. But other than that, Purgatory, very easy fight in general. So like I was saying, you're going to do 1 round through of classic difficulty, so you can take whatever easy path you want, whatever works best for you. And then afterwards you will get access to the elder difficulty. But it seems like you're gathering up points towards milestones as you do either classic exploration or elder. Either way, you are going to be gaining points towards different milestones, which are going to get you all your rewards for event quest, or for the side quest, like for this month. So that is what you're really trying to do. It is the most amount of rewards that you can get in elder difficulty are dependent on your prestige, which is now changed from 5 champions to 30 champions. And for me, that is going to be pretty much 0. If my prestige will increase naturally, but I wasn't even close to a high prestige before the change in prestige, and now my prestige has dropped a ton because so did everybody's, because now you're dealing with 30 champions instead of only 5, and I don't even have like 5 rank 4s, so my prestige is pretty low. But again, that means just over time, I'll get more rewards from doing it in months in the future if this is how they continue to do it. All right. Next fight is a Jessica Jones, but has like power shield. So there is a node that you don't have to use someone specifically with grit or slow or in order to get past or pierce in order to get past her unstoppable. If you just counter her special, you will get a grit. So anyone who counters her specials, then you can get that passive grit and you will be absolutely fine. But here I just end up doing usual Valkyrie things, which is what I do every time I see a Jessica Jones, and I just hit into her block and try and build up my power and get some special 2s in the block, and that's where I get all my big damage from. So there I'm going to go full combo with a special 2 into the block, and that is what I'm going to do. So we'll continue on with our discussion here. But for prestige, I'm really, for guys who have rosters of like 20 plus rank fours or plethora of rank fours and rank threes, then your prestige is going to be pretty high. Off the get go for me, there's still a bunch of like 6-star rank 5 ascended champions that are in my prestige. If you go to like your profile and you go to the learn more button on your by your prestige, then it will you'll see all the 30 champions that you have there and what their prestige is. Really, it's going to be more looking into like my existing rank threes. I have a bunch of, let's say, rank 3 7-stars that don't make it onto the list because they're unduped or very low sig. So I guess there's going to be a huge push for everyone looking for as many sig stones as possible to bump up the prestige of their already existing rank 3s and 4s as well. So that is definitely going to be something to look out for. But for now, I'll let the music play out for the rest of the Jessica Jones fight, and then I'll see you at the next one. All right, next fight we have is Absorbing Man. And this one I ended up doing with Viv. But I'm sure someone like anyone who can deal with heal block, but also prey on the weak, he's going to be gaining a lot of power and enhanced parries, giving him those armor breaks, which give him a lot of his charges. Viv is excellent because I can phase through his attacks and not have to worry about parries. And I'm nullify immune, so I don't have to worry about the prey on the weak. I have easy access to heal block, and I'm absolutely going to shred him here. This is my rank 4 Viv. I did get very lucky with my crystals from my Crucible opening where I did get my double Viv. If you saw that opening, this is why I was so excited, because I love Viv, and you're going to see a couple fights with Viv here. But I'm sure someone like Void could also get around him here. But yeah, Viv just super hard counter, I find, for Absorbing Man, even though I take a nice combo to the face there. But it worked extremely well. So I'll let the music play out for the rest of this one, and we'll see you at the next fight. All right, next is Silver Samurai. I missed the live stream the other day. I have not seen him at all, and went straight in with Viv with absolutely no idea what his specials or abilities were, but Viv worked extremely well. So Just have to be careful. It looks like he does have some unblockable, and those two quick like projectiles followed by the like sword slice there. Eventually, I did counter it by the end of the fight, but there are two quick dash backs. Then he's got that sword and a slice, and I'm able to attack in afterwards. There is Mighty Charge on this one, so you're not going to be able to parry as easily. And again, I'm able to get around that with the phasing from Viv. Went for my special 2, then a 3 unblockable special 1s, and absolutely shredded this guy with Viv. So my first impression, nice Viv fodder here, and absolutely destroyed him. So this fight was very easy for me, but the new Mr. Knight was rough. I'm just going to give you exactly how I did it, and I'm not going to do it again until I get to the end of the Elder difficulty. But for here, the Bane is huge. So as soon as, if you get tapped, it is going to be rough. Also, he's not taking any damage until after he uses a special. There's also, if you parry too many times, you're going to put a falter on yourself. You can get rid of those falter charges by hitting into his block. But really, you just need to be trying to put on a bunch of damage on him, like damage over time potentially, and so when he throws a special, all the damage that he would have taken during his special is enhanced and then put onto him, almost like a recoil after his special. But there you see I get tapped by him a little bit, and boom, the Bane damage is intense on this one. So just be aware of that. I'm gonna die here with Apocalypse. I have a decent run with Serpent because I can get my miss counter. So if I get my like True Sense up, then I don't have to worry about the miss. But it's really all about trying to time it so that you need him to throw those specials. So here, I'm going to let him throw that special, but I'm taking Bane damage in the meantime. So it's just a ton of damage that you end up taking because he's got this super long special 1, and there I kind of messed it up. But he has that one little kind of flip over and like throw his like billy club into like the ground, and that's like the end of his special 1. So he does a spin around, and then right here at the end, boom, that one big smash into the ground. That's your cue for your opening, and then you just want to make sure that you can get in. He's also putting on, like, I think some stuff that messes with your ability accuracy. Luckily I had it's an Awakened Serpent, so I was able to survive a little bit longer from there. But really, and then the longer you fight, the Bane is reduced. The more damage you do to him, the less the Bane is going to affect you. But it is absolutely rough at the beginning of the fight. So I ended up dying even with Serpent here, and then brought in Deathless Thanos to finish him up. So I didn't end up using any items, but it was rough. And knowing that we're going to have to do like Crucible style, but without even healing up. So that's a little preview for the Elder difficulty. I've only done chapter 1 so far. I'll try and post each chapter as I go through it to give you some ideas of what I used. I can tell you right now, that first chapter is, I don't like the mutant node in general, and it's particularly annoying for something that where your health persists throughout the fight, and you have to either heal up or risk dying and reviving. I had some items that were going to go into overflow anyway, so I didn't really care. I ended up using a couple revives instead of healing up. So, but yeah, that's a little sneak preview for the Elder difficulty. But for now, you can watch the rest of my fight here against Mr. Knight. It was a little annoying, but once you get into the rhythm, I think it won't be as bad. But this was my first time fighting him at all. So, and again, didn't look at any of his abilities before. Same with Silver Samurai. So hopefully this helped you out and give you a little bit of pointers what to do, what not to do. And we'll see how this new method with prestige and rewards you know, being dependent on that is going to affect people going forward. For me, I'm just going to treat it like I treat every other prestige thing that existed in the game, which is I don't care, because I'm not going to have champions that are going to be that high anyway. You know, and even though I was finally getting to the point where I was getting like maybe like 4 or 5 rank 4s eventually, and have a nice 5 team of good prestige champs. Now it's the 30 champions. I'm going to be back in the back of the line again. So we'll just, you know, that's what it's going to be. So hopefully this one helped you out, and we'll see you in the next one. If you have any comments or questions, just ask me in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.